So it's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I announced my Campfires and co-creation program. And I've been thinking recently that despite creating a website for it, posting a bit of information on LinkedIn, that there's a chance it's still not really clear what the program is to people. When you spend the 6 or 8 months creating something and getting to understand it internally on such an intimate level, there can be an assumption that kind of people understand what you're communicating maybe more clearly than you are. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and talk a little bit more about it, starting with kind of what the vision of is it. And the vision for me is, first of all, understanding that getting into a coaching relationship with someone, particularly in Japan where coaching is still very much in kind of a growth space, is a big commitment. It's a financial and time commitment, but it's also maybe a little bit hard to understand, like, what is coaching? What will we be doing? And why would I kind of take this step for myself? So I wanted to create something that felt a bit more accessible. Coaching has a little bit of an access problem in general. It's traditionally been just for kind of higher level executives and leaders, and I understand that for coaching to really have the impact that it can around the world, that we need to increase access to it. So that's one of the things I wanted to achieve with this program. And another part of it is wanting to really bring people out into this area. So to share Minakami with people, share the amazing outdoors that we have with them, and combine that with kind of deep personal and transformational work. And the third part of it is just kind of this growing calling I feel to get to work with men. I've had a lot of really wonderful relationships with men in my life, and that's had a ripple effect on the other relationships in my life in very positive ways. And so I want to explore that with other men and enable them to have these really positive relationships that also impacts other relationships in their life. And so the way the program works, that's split into 2 parts, and in program 1 we call it Building the Fire Pit, and that is around being with a group of men in an online space where we can talk about some different themes that are really relevant to every man in the group. It will be kind of customized to the people that are in the group, but I imagine it'll be things like around relationships and communication. I'm sure we'll talk a bit about kind of sustainability and how that impacts us, taking risks, work-life balance, things that affect all of us and how we work and live. So we'll have these group coaching sessions that are online based, that'll bring kind of the wisdom of everyone in the group out through different facilitated activities. And that will culminate in the final 8th week of bringing everyone here and sitting around a real campfire and kind of understanding the base that we've built for ourselves through these discussions, which will really be kind of a grounding of who each of us is as men, better understanding of what's serving us and what's not serving us, and whether we want to do something about that or not. And so that the first program is really a standalone program that I see people getting a lot of value from in that kind of personal grounding. And for those that want to take it deeper, program 2 is a longer 6-month program where there will be individual coaching with me throughout the 6 months, but there will also be the group aspect to it with some visits here to Minakami. So we'll kick off the program with a winter visit here, doing some winter-based activities through an overnight, and in this great venue that we've got here where you'll get to do some glamping kind of in the snow in the middle of winter in Minakami. In the middle of the program there'll be solo overnights where we'll bring small groups out here, and you'll get a chance to kind of create space for yourself and have some time alone through a solo camping overnight adventure. And then there'll be a third group program at the end in the spring where we'll all come together and kind of understand the community that we've created and what we want to do with that. So in terms of outcomes, again, in program 1, the outcome I think is really a grounding in who we are as men and what changes we may want to make in our lives. And in program 2, it's really kind of having a clear understanding of what you want to do with that and doing that deep work, both through the coaching but also through being in the group with other men and having some adventures that both challenge you but supplement that work that you want to do. So I see this program as really creating a chance for personal transformation. It's very much around leadership as well, so whether you're have a formal leadership position or not, how do you want to be a leader in your life and your work? How do you want to be a leader that considers how to create more leadership in others, as opposed to kind of this traditional perspective of leadership of having people follow you in the way that you think they should or you think will, benefit you or them or the organization. So I'm really excited about this program. I think it's pretty unique in Japan. It is, for me, it's true to leadership in that it's leading into the unknown because it hasn't been done before. I haven't done it before. And I'm really confident that just the right group of adventurers is out there to go on this first journey with us together. So I hope that this helps to clarify a bit of what the program is about, and if you're interested, I'd love to have a bit of a chat so we can talk a little bit more about it. Feel free to go to the website as well. There's an application there, and once you've submitted an application, we'll have a further discussion to see if you might be a great fit. So thanks for checking this out, and I look forward to hearing from you.